team, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to our another live session as a part of this Saturday. Every Saturday, we connect together to ask your questions, get answer to that. So, welcome aboard, welcome everyone. And the questions before I can start my live session. But before that, I would like to welcome all of you to our live session as this Saturday as well. So we have the very first comment coming in from Ajay. Ajay says, "Hi sir, I have 2 years of experience in manual testing and now wanted to switch. Should I complete ISTQB Foundation level certificate now? Will it boost my resume?" Of course, Ajay, I think I would recommend you very strongly that this is high time you should go for the ISTQB Foundation. That will definitely assist you with your boosting up of your profile and helping you to get into the switching to the automation. So manual testing 2 years is long enough, and I think this is right time to move into the automation part. And with your certification, preferably if you can look forward to get certified with some of the automation tools as well, which you will be learning, that will be really great. So adding certification gives you a better recognition into the market to get your profile shortlisted, because these days what people are facing challenge with is not getting a call, though your profile is strong enough, but people don't, organization don't shortlist you. So certification will add really a lot of value to get your profile shortlisted, and then definitely you can showcase your talent in the interview discussions. So go ahead. I would definitely recommend you strongly to go ahead with the certification, and all the very best. If you have anything else, feel free to drop that below. I'm here to assist you. Yes, team, and I would like to welcome. That was the very first comment before I could actually join. I have this particular comment from Ajay, and we are looking forward to a great live session again this weekend. And for that, I'm looking forward to your contribution by joining in the session and asking you questions and making it a successful one once again. So thank you so much for being a part of this live session for so long. And we are looking forward to continue the same every Saturday when we connect together to answer your questions. And this session is exclusively to answer your questions, nothing other than that. So make sure that if you have a question with you, be it related to anything, be it ISTQB Foundation, be it advanced level certifications, or be it related to the testing concepts, or maybe the career path, or any kind of questions related to testing anywhere, you can just ask me any questions here. I'm here to assist you and help you understand much better those concepts and help you address your queries and questions at the right point of time. That's where every weekend, every Saturday, we connect together in order to answer your questions and help you better to proceed ahead. So yes, team, go ahead and share your question with me. I'm here to assist you and help you to address your queries at any point of time. Okay, so I think there was a surprising news for this week. Meanwhile, I'm yet to complete my test manager tutorial series, but already there are few people who have commented on my channel about getting certified with test manager through my tutorials. Of course, I'm just left with one more chapter, and that's about team composition. So other chapters were critical, and I have already prepared the tutorial. So good to see that a lot of people have been through the tutorials, which were only for the few chapters, and they could get the complicated part dealt with through the tutorials. And I have got great feedback again before I could complete a series of tutorials, that the series of tutorials were really helpful. And it means a lot when it comes to the test manager, because test manager, you don't find much content in the online sources. And if you people are finding these tutorials really great, then it's really good news for me that it helped people to pass, because the pass rate has really gone down with respect to test manager because of the complexity level, and the detailed understanding is very important. I think as of now, I would have created around 11 to 12 hours of content only on test manager. So I'm not sure if I have worked so hard for any other certification yet. Mostly like 5 to 7 hours of tutorials is what I generally create for other certifications, and though they are small as well. But when it comes to manager certification, the effort required to understand everything plays a vital role, and everything has to be detailed, discussed, and analyzed in such a way that you feel like you are a test manager. And that's where the certification tutorials will help you. And a detailed discussion though we are talking about small tutorials, but a detailed discussion helps you to understand everything. So I would like to congratulate all the viewers who have let me know that they have participated in the tutorials and passed their examination with Test Manager. Congratulations to all of them. And thank you so much for sharing your valuable feedback on the channel, which will actually help hundreds others, or I can say thousands others in the world to learn from that and get certified as well. Okay, meanwhile, we are getting another query from Omkar. Hello, sir. I have taken ISTQB Foundation exam date as 24th April. I'm following your tutorials. Please guide me how to get confidence and how to complete all syllabus. Omkar, first of all, I would recommend you to go through all the tutorials once before you look at the sample papers. Okay, sample papers are only to uh, judge that how much do you remember from all the syllabus what you have prepared. So first of all, go through all the tutorials and try to grab as much as possible. Try to understand each and every concept, be it a terminology, be it a statement, be it phases like review process and all. Try to understand it. Do not buy hard things. Do not try to memorize things. Try to understand that why exactly it is happening. Is that really important for a test process to handle such things, or it is really something which is optional, can be excused? So try to derive the outcome by understanding the concepts. Yes, I see that this is something important. If this doesn't happen, there are a lot of liabilities which can take place. Correct. So try to understand the concepts. Go through all the tutorials first. Try to create a summary of yourself, that what do I understand from ISTQB Foundation, and then take up the sample papers. Sample papers will only give you an idea that what type of questions are typically appearing. But more than that, the importance will be that how will you answer them, correct? So as far as you have the knowledge, you can definitely answer anything which is asked to you. But if you just learn one topic, go to sample question and try to see the answer for that, no, that's not going to help you. So I strongly recommend everyone in my sessions and my trainings as well, that learn the content. That's the most important thing. And following that, do whatever you want to do, like take up sample questions, take up cross questions, talk to your colleagues and see that how well you have understood the content, and then hit the examination. I don't think you need anything beyond that. That's just a foundation level. Don't try to crack your head at the deeper dive, and stick to the K levels which I have specified. That means at some point it is K1 level, or sometime it is K2 level. You don't have to get into the K3 and K4 analysis of that. Okay, and take up each and every sample paper as a real examination. Keep a watch next to you, keep a clock next to you, keep a timer on that. Okay, next 60 minutes, let me answer this, and try to see what exactly happened after the execution, whether you got 26 or less on that, or maybe you got 30. In either of the cases, if you get less, don't be demoralized. It's just a sample paper. Go back to the syllabus and see where you went wrong. If you are talking about getting more than 26, then don't be overconfident. Just be make sure that there are always something to learn, that why the other 10 questions went wrong. So think from that point. Don't be let your mind overrule you. Okay, so even if you're getting less, go to that section. If you're getting more, still go to that section, that where you went wrong and why you went wrong. That approach will 100% guarantee you the pass criteria. Okay, so at least no matter you don't get 35, 38 or something, but at least I can assure you that you will have 26 to pass. Okay, so all the very best, Omkar. If you have any other question, just feel free to ask me. I'm here to assist you. Yes, team, anyone else looking forward to any other question? I'm here to assist you and help you to understand the concepts. Yep, you're welcome, Omkar. I'm here to help you understand the concepts, help you get your doubts clarified, help you to guide better in order to continue ahead with your journey in the testing life. So make sure that if you have anything with your queries or concerns, just feel free to drop me a comment here, and I'm here to assist you. All right. There's Himanshu coming in. Himanshu says, very good evening, sir. Very good evening, Himanshu. Welcome to the live session of our channel. If you have any questions, just feel free to drop them in the chat box. I'm here to assist you. Himanshu, I was just talking about the same thing. You say that my question is how to start preparation for ISTQB. I was just talking to Omkar for the same. I'm not sure if you were already there on the session by then. So the approach is basically to go through the syllabus and make sure that you have learned and understood everything. It's not about learning or memorizing things. It's more about understanding the concepts, being clear with what exactly testing is all about. Why do we make use of techniques? Why do we make use of any sort of queries? Why do we make use of approaches or like the review process and all? What significance does it play? So having proper understanding of everything, what you are making use of, and try to answer yourself that have you understood what you are actually trying to learn? Because more than answering the question is important that how well you know the content, because if you know the content completely or well, then you can answer any question, be it anything, and then you can take up the sample questions which will help you or align you that what are the typical ways they ask you the question. So more importantly, the question will be to basically see that how well you know the content, because if you know the content, let them ask you anything, you will be able to answer that. So go through the tutorials what I have online, and it's the most proven tutorials as of now. A lot of people have reported me, and based on their recommendation, I'm recommending my content to you, not just like that. So you can definitely go through the tutorials, which will help you to identify the learning points and crisp way of understanding what exactly is the syllabus all about. And other than that, of course, you can always reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'm here to assist you. Okay. So all the very best, Himanshu. If you have anything else, just feel free to drop that below. I'm here. Okay, we have another person coming in. Nurul. Nurul says, thank you, sir, for helping me. I have been following your tutorials for my exam this April. Wish me luck. All the very best, Nurul. And I really, really, give you my best wishes and best regards to do well. Do let us know what exactly happens. And if in case you get stuck before the examination with anything, make sure that you drop me a comment on any of the videos. I would definitely take it from there and respond to you. Okay, so feel free to drop that on my comment box, and I'll take it up from there and respond to you. And once again, all the very best for your examination, Nurul. Go ahead and do it well. Okay, there's another comment coming in from Arvind. How to manage teams working in different geographical location. Um, Managing teams working in different geographical locations is mostly from the point of communication. You need to first of all establish a very effective communication so that the team doesn't feel that they are geographically distributed. That means right now, if you look at the example today, we are working from home. And to be frank, no matter you are in the same city, you are equally geographically distributed. And if you can establish the communication and the strength of passing the information, that is information sharing, two things, if you can establish that pretty well, then you are done, right? So it's just not about like geographically distributed in time zones and all. Of course, we do face challenges with that, where people are distributed geographically in terms of the world map. And generally, what happens here is we lack with the communication part. That means sometimes we say that, okay, they are not available, how to do ad or what to do ad. And sometimes you see that people are available, but you are not able, you're not responsive on that. Or probably you don't get proper response from the other side. So establishing a proper mode of communication and information gathering. So generally the strong recommendations in the organization says that set up a communication medium which will allow team to communicate at any point of time, be it your bedroom, be it your drawing room, no matter wherever you are, you can get a ping. So be on your phones, install your apps on the phones, whatever you're using for IM or video conferencing like Teams and Zooms. Second thing is be responsive to the mails which you get or the other team gets, that like immediate requirements, immediate quick queries which comes up, you try to respond that as early as possible. And set up a mode where you generally have a timely communication. That means set up a rule where you say that, okay, every single day at this time we will be connecting together to take a quick update, so that people are at least aware that yes, I'm going to have this information, okay, or this person will be connecting with me, there is a schedule, and I have to pass the information at any cost. So set up some hardcore and fast rules that people will follow. and you make sure that everything is in place. And just like me, I keep a schedule that every Saturday I have to catch up with all of you. Then I make sure that I cancel all my other appointments and make sure that I'm available at this point of time to answer your queries. So that's more of a communication and information gathering. Even you make yourself available to talk to me and ask your question. The same way, we have to just follow a systematic approach to communicate and information gathering. You can use for information gathering. You can definitely will be using Jira or any other source of management of the issues and information management. So just go with that, and it should help your problem to be resolved. If there's anything else you think I have not covered, or it was something different than what I have discussed here, please feel free to drop me a quick question once again. Okay. All right, Nurul says, thank you, sir. May God bless you. Thank you so much, Nurul. It's my job to help you and every individual on my channel to prepare well and get certified with the ISTQB. And thank you so much for your wishes. I do accept it with a really, really, really hearty well. Okay, we have another question coming in from Ajay. I have 2 years experience in manual testing. Now I wanted to switch. I think I just answered this question, Ajay. Is that a repeated question which is coming in again? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so yes, team, don't forget to drop a thumbs up there if you are happy with the live sessions which I'm conducting for you, because these live sessions means a lot to many other people, and based on your likes and your responses, people get promoted with this channel and the live session especially. So I don't ask you to promote my other videos, but of course I will request you to promote my live sessions so that I can help as many people as possible across the world. Okay, so Himanshu coming in again. Thank you so much, sir, for your guidance. I'm starting preparation for your tutorial, which is on your channel and in future as well. If I'll have any doubt, I'll contact you, sir. Once again, thank you so much for your guidance. All the best, Himanshu, and I'm always there to assist you. Just feel free and comfortable to reach out to me, and I'll just find some time to respond to your query and help you understand that. But don't forget, any Saturday, you are free to connect on this live session to ask your question quickly and get answered simultaneously. Okay. All right. So we have another thing coming in from Arvinda. How to set up acceptance test cases in Agile model. How to set up acceptance test cases in Agile. I didn't get it. Like acceptance test cases setup. It's just like preparing for the executions in terms of making sure that it is meeting all the acceptance criteria. So if I talk about Agile, like what I understand from your question, when you talk about Agile comes with user stories, and each user story must have a well identified acceptance criteria. The acceptance criteria is only the thing which will enable the customer to accept the product or whatever you're trying to release in order to accept the user story. As far as you have met the acceptance criteria, it meets the expectations. Then when it comes to the test cases, I think your complete cases must be acceptance criteria driven. Okay. All your test cases must be aligned towards measuring the acceptance criteria which you have created or identified while gathering or estimating the user story. Okay, so in order to meet and set up your acceptance test cases, make sure that all your test cases which are written for acceptance testing must be completely aligned or driven through the acceptance criteria for each user story. And other than that, of course, there might be any kind of risk factors which you might be considering from the product point of view, not the project. I'm talking about the product risk. So there might be a lot of product risk which you can actually address during the acceptance testing as well. So take up your risk analysis report and try to cover your test cases in order to mitigate those risks and see that if those risks are happening or not. If it is happening, you do a deeper dive. If it is not happening, well and good. But make sure that even if it is not happening, does not mean that the risk does not exist. Risk can happen. It might be from the point of architectural, it can be from the point of security concerns, performance issues, usability issues, the product risk, right? So target all those test cases which addresses those risk areas and try to cover them. Okay, so that's how you can actually set up. If you think that this is what your question was, that's all from my end. If in case you have anything else, feel free to let me know. Okay, Ajay says he missed it. Okay, you dropped me a question and you missed it. That's really strange, but I would love to repeat that. Ajay, basically what happens is when you talk about preparing for the Agile Foundation, I would request you to go through all the detailed, understanding of the content more than the learning and by hearting the content. As simple as that. So go through each and every tutorial in such a way that you're trying to learn a new concept. You're trying to explore what is testing. Without that, you will not understand what testing is all about. So understand it. Just like how you learn things about your life, not about your academics. I'm not going to take the example of your graduation or schooling. That's a different story. When you learn things about your life, like, okay, how should I do ahead? What should I do next in my career? The deeper dive what you do there, the same thing you have to do here. You don't have to memorize like an academic thing, not like a school subjects or something. Here you have to understand everything, like why it is happening, what's the need of every single step, what's the need of any particular technique, why should we make use of it, how does it help us, why can't we do exhaustive testing instead of making use of technique. If in case I'm making use of technique, reducing the test cases, then how does it help me in overall coverage, and how does it help me to gain the confidence on the product. So ask yourself a number of questions to see that how exactly you go well. Okay, so go through that. Just don't learn it, just don't read it, understand it, and see that you can answer any question which you ask to yourself. Okay, you should be able to ask yourself and answer yourself that what exactly the content is all about. Once you're done with that, I think you're good to go. Then you can take up your sample questions and try to answer that sample questions to just get a pattern. The sample questions are only to get the pattern, that how exactly the questions are asked to you. But as far as you know the content, you can answer any questions. Okay, so go through first all the tutorials, create a summary within yourself that what exactly the entire syllabus is all about, and then take up the sample questions. In the sample questions, if you fail, like you guess less than 26, then look into those areas where you failed, why you failed, recall those things, relearn those things, understand those, and then take up the another sample paper. And of course, other than that, you can definitely go for other sample papers also and follow the same pattern. It's not about getting the answers from somewhere. It's not about getting a justification that why that answer was correct. It's more about why you went wrong. Okay, why you went wrong, because you have been through the syllabus. You should be able to answer that. And if you went wrong, that means something is lacking, which you should have worked upon or you should have put more effort about. So it's not more about getting the right answer and justification. It's more about answering yourself that why you could not answer it correct. Okay. So follow this approach and that would be more than enough to pass the examination. Okay. So all the very best, Ajay. And if you have anything else, just feel free to let me know. I'm here to assist you. Okay, so I think there was one more question here from Vinayak. Can you please put some light on remote proctor exam? Yes, sure, Vinayak. When it comes to remote proctor exam, it's just like someone like me on this side and you are on the that other side. That person will be invigilating your examination through a video conferencing and will be completely observing you through a video conferencing, that you are not trying to cheat, you're not trying to do any kind of malpractices in order to pass the examination. Not only you, there is no third person helping you to answer the questions. So you will be on a video conferencing, completely showcasing yourself with a clear vision, no blur backgrounds and all, and showcasing that who exactly is the appearing in the examination, and you don't have any other support to help you for the preparation. Okay, so proctor exams will certainly follow some of the constraints that you should not read out the questions. If in case you have a habit of reading out the question while answering the examinations, please control that, because if you read out the question, the proctor thinks that somebody else is listening to you and trying to give you the answer. So don't do that. If you do that, you will be terminated immediately. Do not switch between the tabs. The examination when you are taking, you should only restrict yourself to that particular tab. By mistake, if you switch to any other tab, they will terminate your examination, because they have a algorithm written that you cannot switch the tabs. If you switch the tab, it will detect it automatically. Okay, so don't try to do that, and avoid people walking into your room when you are taking the examination. So if in case you're taking it from your home, then inform everybody at home that you are taking examination, and by mistake also you should not walk in inside the room, because if they walk in, they can consider that somebody was here from long time and they were trying to help you. So please try to keep your eyes towards the screen all the time. Just don't randomly look in the walls or here and there. They may treat it as like somebody is there to help you. Okay, so a lot of such things are there. They will give you detailed guidelines before the examination. Please go through each and every guideline. It's not like terms and condition of a software which you blindly accept. Here you have to read everything in detail and make sure that you follow them. Okay, so I hope, Vinayak, that should be actually more than enough to understand that what exactly the Proctored-based examination will be. Of course, more detailed things will come up with your examination detail. Okay, and I wish you all the very best for the examination if you are planning to write something nearly soon. Yeah, and take care. Okay, Arvind says, can you explain more about product risk areas? See, product risk is anything which is associated with the quality characteristics of the product. What do you mean by quality characteristics? Non-functional parameters. It can be security, it can be performance, it can be usability, recoverability, portability, interoperability, suitability. There are a lot of things other than the functional levels, which is unit, integration, system, and acceptance. Anything else is called as a quality characteristic. And product risk can be associated with any of them. Okay, what do you mean by product risk? Basically, when you don't meet any of the given quality characteristics of the customer. So customer would have asked you about some of the usability parameters, some of the performance parameter, security parameter, but he did not mention anything on the localization. He did not mention anything on the recovery part. He did not ask you to work on the interoperability. Then you don't have to consider all the level. So whatever is in your scope, okay, in your scope, you only talk about those non-functional characteristics and try to address them through your test cases. So product risk areas are basically any such non-functional parameter which your product is catering, and you make sure that they don't have any particular flaws. That's it. So that will answer your product risk area concern, and you can go ahead and target them with help of your uh, test cases to mitigate them. Okay. All right. Ajay says, thank you so much, sir, for repeating the answer again. Sure, you're welcome. As far as I fulfill the need and expectations of yours, I am more than happy. So don't worry about that. And you're welcome. If you have anything else in future as well, just let me know. Vinayak Bosle also says, thank you. You're welcome, Vinayak. And I'm always open to any questions. So yes, team, I think I'm just done with all the questions here. You are free to go ahead and drop down your questions again. And do let me know if you have still any more questions to be answered. I'm here to assist you, respond to your questions, and help you understand the concepts better. That's really good that good questions are coming in. Okay, so Arvind also asked another question that what about other risks like resource risk, infrastructure risk? These are all called as project risk. These are not product risk. You started your query from acceptance. So acceptance testing does not cater your project risk. Okay, they only cater the product risk. Then you asked me about product risk, so I gave you the details about that. Now, if you're saying about resource risk and infrastructure risk, they are actually the project risk, which should be managed throughout the project. It's not a one-time activity. Right from the beginning, you start from the process. You try to see that there are no flaws in the resources or infrastructure and etc. But if in case anything happens, you have a counterpart for it, like counter plan for it. Like how will you overcome that? For example, late conversions of the data in the cycle, late preparation of the test cases, late preparation of the requirement arrival. A lot of such things are there. Sometimes these are unavoidable, and you have to have a backup plan that if in case today the requirements doesn't come up, I cannot start preparing the test cases or cannot start with my test analysis. Then what will you do? Will you be idle waiting for the requirement to come in, or you have anything else? So similarly, it goes with any other thing as well. That means be it your test data, be it your test case execution, be it your defect report or defect resolution, you keep an eye on everything and try to make sure that how you are prepared for it with a counterpart of it or counter plan. And that's how you handle. So these are actually the project risks which are associated with your activities and within the project processing activities, and try to handle them with the best of your knowledge, being a manager or analyst. Okay. All right, we have another coming in from Bait. Hi, Bait. How are you doing? Thanks for joining in again. I remember you from the last session. What is dynamic analysis? When it comes to dynamic testing, of course, we know the difference between static testing and dynamic testing. Static testing is without execution. Dynamic testing is with a lot of execution. But when it comes to static analysis and dynamic analysis, is more about diagnosing it, more about conducting the diagnosis and finding out the root cause, or finding out the area where exactly things are going wrong. That is what you call it as dynamic or static analysis. Again, with the static products, when you do to analyze, you call it as static analysis. For the dynamic testing, if you do the diagnosis, you call it as dynamic analysis. For example, if I'm running a scenario, if I'm running a scenario with 100 users on a particular transaction, and I see that the session went abruptly down and performance degraded after 10 minutes of execution. Now, this is my dynamic testing outcome, that I ran a scenario for 100 users for 15 minutes and performance degraded after 10 minutes. But what exactly happened? Why exactly it went down? What was the main reason behind that? That is what you call it as dynamic analysis. You may have a lot of monitors, you may have a lot of graphs, a lot of matrices, which will capture these information. Okay. So similarly in performance testing, we have a lot of monitors. Monitors here are basically like, different capturing events which communicate with different resource of your execution, like be it your load runner, be it your server, be it your resource like RAM, CPU, processing, and a lot of other things. Hundreds of monitors are available, which you actually monitor throughout the execution. And then those monitors will tell you that we had a memory leak at this point of time. We had a user who was waiting for such a long time on this particular page. That was due to the server interaction, and server stopped responding at that point of time. Or the amount of data which was sent was around 2000 bytes. So due to that, the response was taking a longer time to process it, or what layer was being followed, what protocol was being followed. So there are a lot of things which will be taken into account in order to analyze that what exactly went wrong, due to which the outcome was like this. And that's what you call it as your dynamic analysis. When you try to find out, diagnosis the process to see that where exactly your process degraded, that's what you call it as dynamic analysis. Is that okay with you? If there's anything else, do let me know. Okay. And we have Hussain coming in. Hi, sir. Today I done CTFL. Okay. Can you tell me after how many days I will receive the certificate? I done exam through ISTQB. Not sure. Generally, ISTQB takes around 4 weeks of time to share the certificates with you. But I think you should get a soft copy immediately as soon as you have the result with you. But if in case it is going to be hard copy of that, it is going to take at least 4 weeks of time to get the certification. Okay. So you can, they would have already intimated you with the results that how long the certification will take. Please check your mail. In the mail, they would have mentioned already that how long you can expect for the certification. Okay. And congratulations. When you said you are done with the exam today and you are looking for certification, I can derive that you have passed the examination. So congratulations and all the very best for all your future endeavors. Okay. Okay, Arvind finally says that, can you suggest any book or online resource material on product and project risk? I'm not sure that if you have really some good content about specifically on the risk, but you may find some good books on risk analysis. So generally, product risk and project risk is a part of that, and we identify them as a part of the first phase of risk analysis, that is risk identification phase. Okay, so number one thing is that you should look for a book on risk-based testing. Okay, I'm just typing it in the chat box. so that you don't miss it out. Risk-based testing. You can search for any book with this title. If you are able to find a book on this title, it will help you to understand a lot about the risk areas, how to mitigate them, how to manage them, how do you address them through your test cases and approaches, and a lot of such things. So look for something. I'm not sure because I have not dealt with any such material. As far as I would have dealt with the material, I can definitely recommend you. But right now, I don't think I have any such material with me, or I have not been through any such material which I can recommend you. But yeah, you can always share the links with me so that I can evaluate it quickly and let you know if that is going to, add value to your learning or not. Okay, because I can look at the content and tell you how detailed or how deep dive it is. But right now, I do not have any such content or things with me which I can recommend you strongly. Okay. Okay, we have another question coming in from Anjali saying, "Hi, sir. I have cleared ISTQB Foundation level. Thank you so much, sir, for your tutorials. Were very helpful." Congratulations, Anjali, and thank you so much for sharing your feedback with us. It means a lot to many of our viewers that when somebody comes back and tells us that the tutorials were helpful in order to prepare and pass the examination as well. So congratulations once again on the success. And do let me know if you are looking forward to any future certifications. I'm here to help you. And let me know if you have any questions and concerns in future as well. I will definitely be assisting you similar way and helping you to prepare well. Okay, and yeah, Hussein says I passed with 80%. 80% is a big thing, of course. Getting 30 marks from the overall thing, 32 out of 40. I think that's where 80% comes into picture, and that's a really good score, Hussein. That's a great preparation what you have done for your examination. So I appreciate your efforts, what you have put in order to gain that score. It's really good to see that people are securing great marks with their confidence. This is not about comparison between people that who get 26, who get 32, who get 38. The certificates remain same. So ISTQB does not does a partiality by marking their scores on it. It's just that you know how the content is and what exactly the content is. So it will help you in future as well when you apply your skill set back into your organization. So that's where it plays a vital role. You can pass with 26, you can pass with 39 or 40 as well. But the difference will be that how well you are, connected with the content and how well you have understood the content to apply back. Okay. So all the best, Hussein. Yeah, Hussein. And should let me know if you have anything else. So you also asked me that which certification can be done next. You can look forward to Agile certification. Okay, there is a Agile tester extension, which is also called as Agile Foundation. So you can look forward to that. If not, you can also look forward to your domain specific certification if you're working in a particular domain like be it automotive testing, mobile testing, or performance testing, or usability testing, acceptance testing. There are a lot of domain specific certification or industry specific certification. You can look forward to that. And there are also security certifications and automation engineer certification, which also can be looked forward to after the foundation. So either agile or either industry standard, you can take up. Okay. And if in case you are having around at least 5 to 6 years of experience, you can take up the test analyst certification as well. That is one thing which will be good for you. But if you are little younger than 5 to 6 years of experience, then I would recommend you the agile or domain specific certification. Okay. And all the very best for your preparation and happy learning. Okay, so I see the next question again from Arvind. Arvind has got a lot of questions today. I appreciate that because I'm not fed up of answering any individual. I'm okay with one person asking 100 questions, 100 people asking one question. Anything is the same for me, right? But Arvind has got a lot of issues with his team, I think so, while working right now. I think he's coming up with all his real scenarios that he has problem with geographical distribution. He has problem with the risk management and acceptance testing. He has problem with the dev and QA conflict. So good to see a great interface today. So Arvind says how to manage conflict between dev team and QA team on a bug and how to resolve it? That's a very typical question which generally people get stuck with. One side, we have a scenario where test team says that it is a defect, and on the other side, development team says that first, no, it's not a defect, and we get stuck in between that. Without this, I cannot move ahead, and dev team is not ready to accept that it is a defect, and we are going to resolve it. So the most important thing is here, of course, the solution is nothing. Okay, very straightforward. I'm telling you, the solution is nothing. It's just that the behavior which you are having between your team members, and you have to resolve the behavior, not this particular solution. And how would you do that? You need to bring it up clearly with justifications, with witnesses, with kind of all the witnesses in terms of like how can you justify that things are correct at your end? If you can put it across to the management that this is what we are projecting and this is what the concept is, and the developers are unable to agree or not ready to resolve that or not ready to accept it. So, as far as you think that the team cannot be handled or the conflict cannot be handled, then you have to put it across with a personal meeting to the management that things are going weird, and I think things are not being addressed at the time, like being professionally. So I think we should be taking necessary further actions to do a judgment. So you have to call for a meeting between the test manager or the test senior supervisor, whoever it is, and the development lead, and showcase this defect or issue in front of the dev and the tester who raised it. So you need to have 5 people. I do consider that you are a test manager. So you will be there, development lead or manager will be there, who knows the concept very well, a developer who is rejecting it or the one who is creating the module, and the tester who reported it. So 5 people on a call to address this issue and get it resolved. Because the one which you cannot handle with emotions or professionally, you go with the rules and regulation. You go by the policy. And you have to have the use cases to showcase that if this defect is not resolved, then quality will be compromised. Even if you don't have a proof, create it. You have to create a justification to showcase to the management that this is a defect which can be verified by anyone. If you want to have a look, you can demo and then tell them the consequences of it. Even if you don't have a serious consequences, make one. You have to make one consequence which showcases that it is going to be drastic, and then put it across to the senior resources of the organization who can take the actions on their call. And then I think you should be able to resolve that issue. And we have followed this. It's not that this is the first time when I'm getting this question. I have personally dealt with such things. See, at the professional level, there are a lot of things to deal with it. You can only talk between the dev and test and see that what are the situations which you can handle. If not, you try to bring the behavior in different manners. You conduct a kind of daily call in Agile where you can showcase this behavior. Second, you can conduct reviews, joint reviews of any such documentation where you can show the conflict between the developer and tester team. And if it's still these professional process ways are not helping you, then you take up the final call. You involve the management to discuss this issue, and you are not reporting a problem. See, I'm not saying that you are going out of your vision being a professional. We are actually professional by following this approach, because there are things, it's not about your control, it's not about your convincing skills, it's not about your team management skills, it's about somebody's rudeness or somebody's irresponsibility, and a management looks forward to that, because at the end of the day the manager is responsible for who is the culprit for the blocker, who was the culprit. And I don't want the blame on the testing team, being a tester myself. I would rather recommend that showcase this issue to the management so that tomorrow the management does not say you, why didn't you tell me this in the beginning? Right? So put it across, and the management has the bold decisions to make. They can very well analyze and understand that what exactly is going on. A development manager can justify that yes, it is an issue or not, and how exactly we are going to resolve it. So put it across to management and create a consequence. I'm telling you, create a consequence which creates impact on the quality and says, no, then I think we cannot proceed ahead. This is a blocker. As simple as that. We cannot proceed ahead with any further testing without this. When developers can create a number of things to justify that this defect does not exist, then being a tester, you know your domain very well. You can also justify that how testing cannot proceed ahead without one simple defect, not complex, not critical, simple defect. Even you can do that. Okay. And it's not about fighting against each other, increasing the conflict. It is to showcase that things can happen on both the sides. Okay. But again, I'm not like being arrogant to the developers, or I'm not like I'm against developers. It's just to resolve the issue, because I come from a very high responsibility team, like more of a consultant, and we have authorities, and we see such problems every time when we go to an organization, and we make bold moves. We just upfront say that, boss, if you cannot do it, let me ask somebody else. Simple. So I'm talking from the management point of view, not as a test manager or not as a tester point of view. If I'm an organization and I want my things to be done, I will take bold moves. If people are not responsive, I'll be really helpful to any individual as far as they are fulfilling the needs. If you think that you are over smart than me, I would definitely take bold moves to help it to somebody else to do that job. So bring it to the management notice as far as you are unable to get this resolved at your level. I'm not saying that you are incapable of it. Don't please take in that way. I'm just saying that there are things which cannot be controlled by any individual, and that has to be reported to a senior level. And that is what I'm asking you to do. I know you would have tried your level best to deal with it. Will I look at the way you have written the statement? I can understand that. So bring it to the management level and ask them, like, developer manager, testing manager, the tester, and the dev. All four people should be there, and then showcase the issue and show the consequences that I cannot proceed ahead without this. Simple. You tell me that this is not a defect, we will close it right here. You tell me this is a defect, get it resolved, then only we proceed ahead. As for so if they say that okay, this is not a defect, finish. Who else will accept it? When the test manager and development manager agrees to it that this is not a defect, your job is done. Okay. So go ahead with that. That should help you. If still not, call me. Okay. So all the very best. Okay. So Anjali says, thank you, sir. There's another person coming in, Petit Kem. Sir, I just took the exam and received my certification. I want to ask, do I have to apply for jobs on an entry level or as a junior starter? I'm not sure, Petit, if you are kind of a fresh graduate or you are experienced, because that you have not mentioned in your question. Because if you are a graduate, you only have one choice to start at entry level. And if you are already experienced, then you should not have asked me this question at all. You know that you have got experience, you can proceed ahead. Certification just gives you a recognition that you know the content, and you really don't have to think about like where do you start. You just continue with your journey. But if you are a fresh graduate, you just have to get started with your entry level jobs because you don't have any other option. For any other jobs, you will definitely be asked for experience, and entry level jobs will only be the option for you. So is there anything I'm missing in your question, or you are missing it? Please reframe the question. I'll help you better. Okay. So if you are a graduate, just like fresh graduate, and you got certified, congratulations once again for your certification, first of all. And second thing, of course, you have to start at the entry level. Okay. Yep. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Patrick, for confirming your answer there. And if you still have anything else, always feel free to let me know if you have any questions. Okay. So, team, we are just another 10 minutes away from our live session. Do you have any other questions? Feel free to drop them below. Do not forget to leave a thumbs up on the live session to help many others across the globe know that there is something creative happening, okay, which can help them to understand the concepts better, get their doubts clarified. So do not forget to give it a like and thumbs up on this particular video. Rest, the YouTube will take care of. Okay, so yes, do we have any more questions coming in? Okay, so we have got 10 more minutes to complete with this live session, and I'm looking forward to any more questions. If you may have one, do drop that in the chat box. I'm here to assist you and help you as much as possible with your queries and concerns. Thank you, Parrot. I think we will be another week or two away from completing the test manager. I'm looking forward to your recommendations to come up with the next tutorial series. Do let me know if you're interested in any of the certification which is not on the channel. I would love to take that up next in the certification series of tutorials. So if you have anything coming up in your mind, you do share that with me. And this live session is also alternatively to collect feedbacks, recommendations, suggestions on the channel content. So you all are the viewers of my channel, and you are basically a great reviewer as well, being a tester. So I would request all of you to tell me if in case you have any suggestions in order to make this channel more better and fruitful and beneficial to you. If you think there are some certain things which can help the channel to help you better, do suggest me. If you think there are any things which can add more value to your learning, do let me know. I can take up that and do it for you. So, for example, some people reported me that terminologies are a great challenging thing for us, and not everything we get as a part of any learning, or not all the definitions we get at one place. And that's where I started creating a new channel where I'm talking about all the technical definitions and terms, and that's called as technical vocabulary. So you can search for technical vocabulary where you can find all the content which I have about definitions and terminologies. So you can definitely find that. So similarly, some people said that why you don't talk about certifications or like concepts other than the certification. So I said, why not? Of course, I can do that for all of you, and that's where I picked up another channel called as Testing in Nutshell, which was basically to talk about other things than the ISTQB certification. And that definitely has helped many people. And a lot of people are watching those tutorials about the same. And similarly, if in case we have any such suggestions and recommendations, I don't mind putting my effort there as far as it is helping my viewers to understand the concepts better and help them learn the concepts the best way. So just feel free to share your feedback, share your recommendations, share your suggestions, which will be helping me a lot to improvise my work and keep up the good work for all of you. So here are the two channels. Like one is technical vocabulary. So if anyone is interested to explore, you can definitely look into that. This is the channel of definitions and glossary. Other one is called as testing in nutshell, which is all about other than the ISTQB certification. Like you talk about tools, you talk about testing concepts, you talk about automation. I'm covering that everything in this particular channel because I just want to give exclusive content on each channel to every individual. Because somebody is coming to this channel, then they should think that this channel is all about ISTQB. Then I should not be diverted. And if I need anything on ISTQB, I should reach here. Similarly, if I go to testing in nutshell, I know that I find all automation and testing related concepts other than the certification. Okay. Similarly, technical vocabulary has an objective that all the definitions will be there within short videos, like 2 to 3 minutes of time. 2 to 3 minutes of time, you learn a definition. So with example. All right. So this is how it is. But of course, I'm not looking forward to create any more channels because I'm completely utilized and packed. So I don't think even if you suggest me something new, I can create a new channel or something. No, I would definitely merge it here and there in between these three channels only. But your suggestions are welcome at any point of time because I just don't want you to subscribe 100 channels to learn 100 concepts. But yeah, I'm just keeping it niche for other viewers so that they only come to that channel for main reason. All right, so we have another quick query from Omdat. Hi, sir. I'm preparing for ISTQB, so your video will be enough for that? Yes, of course. And I'm not saying that from my view, my perception. There are hundreds of people who have written on my channel that my videos were enough for them to pass the examination. And this is just from their recommendation, nothing from my end. Okay, because I would definitely promote my content, so don't believe me, believe the people. There are hundreds and thousands of people who have written on different videos as a comment that the video was more than enough to pass the examination. So go by them and please follow them clearly and ask me the questions if you get stuck, and I'm here to assist you. Okay, all the very best. Petit says correct. Thank you so much, Petit, for that. I definitely appreciate that. I just try to be as genuine, as transparent as possible because YouTube is not a business for me. To be frank, I'm not kind of like a professional YouTuber or something. It's just that I'm getting a medium to share my knowledge with people, which can help them. That's it. So I'm not expecting a great reward from YouTube. I'm not expecting, a income from YouTube. But of course, I do get paid for it. I'm not saying that I'm not claiming that money. I do get paid for it, but not like people who thrive to get 1 million subscribers or be a trending topic in the YouTube or something. No, I'm not into that thing. That's the reason you don't find me saying subscribe to my channel or like my channel, share my channel, which all other YouTuber does. My main intention is to help you by either way, like by creating the content or just by answering your questions. And that's the reason I don't see any technical channel comes up live to answer the questions, technology related. Because I'm not sure if I have seen a channel myself where the YouTuber comes live to answer a question every week. Every week, okay? Every week that person comes live to answer the questions and meet their audience. I think this is only the channel where people are helping it. Okay, so I just need your support in terms of making it more better by contributing in terms of asking your question and helping hundreds others to know that there is something happening here which can help them to get their answers resolved. Because I see, whenever I see a challenge, I try to solve it. I'm not sure people come live on YouTube generally until unless they have 100K subscribers. Okay, but I think I don't even have 10,000 subscribers, but still I'm live with my limited, beautiful audience. 50 to 60 people, 100 people come online and they ask me questions. That's more than enough. As far as I'm meeting my, criterias, I'm meeting my objective to answer your questions. That's more than enough for me. Okay. And there is no point. Why should I put my efforts? My YouTube channel will be doing well. Then I don't have to do anything, right? But still, I'm trying to put my effort because I'm more of a kind of transforming the knowledge, transitioning somebody's life from one state to another state. So that's where I take some courtesy, take some time out, and spend that time with all of you to assist you so that you can just remember that yes, there is a person who is quite genuine, quite transparent, and loves to answer our question, no matter what it is about. No matter, sometimes it can be silly question also, but he loves to answer. No matter 10 people are there and they ask the same question, he repeats it 10 times because this is a live session. I would have answered somebody's question like, in the beginning, but that person joined little later. And I cannot say that, okay, after the session, you can watch this video, right? That's injustice. But I'm here to answer your questions and I love to answer that. Okay. Thanks, sir, for your ISTQ videos. Yes, Ram Reddy, thank you so much for your feedback. I appreciate that and happy learning. Do take care of yourself and go ahead with your preparation. Let me know if you have any concerns hereafter as well. Okay, so yes, team, if you have any more questions, any more doubts, clarification, recommendation, suggestion, feedback, anything which you think you should share with me, go ahead and put it in the chat box. If not, we'll be closing the session very soon. We are just going to hit our time and then we will connect next weekend. All right, that's where we hit the clock. So we are done with our 1 hour session of live today. And thank you so much, team, for joining in and asking your questions. We cannot call this session as successful without your contribution. and without your questions being asked, because this live session requires equal effort from your end as well in order to make it successful. So thank you so much, each and everyone who joined today's session and asked their questions, because your questions help 100 others who watch this live session after the live session ends. So not only your question will help you, but it will also help many others who could not join this session and ask the question. So thank you so much for participating in and sharing your valuable inputs. So as usual, at the end, that's all from this particular live session team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video and being a part of this live session team, and happy learning. And wishing you all the happy Holi. There is a festival in India happening on Monday. I wish all of them a very happy Holi. Enjoy your colorful Holi and safe Holi, because we are still in the pandemic. Try to make sure that you maintain social distancing and be safe when you play around and celebrate the function that is holy. So I wish you all the very great wishes about the festival, but please make sure that you are safe while you enjoy the festive occasion. So thank you so much, team. See you the next weekend. Till then, take care and bye bye. Happy weekend, team. Take care.